What is going on, good people of the old interweb? I'm Dope, and this is Dope Comics, and today I want to show you some books that are pretty rare that I really don't know nothing about, and I'm hoping if any of y'all know anything about them, you can just leave it in the comments. So today I want to talk to you about the trip I made for my 44th birthday, which was last year in July. I went to LA with my daughter to go comic book hunting, and you know, you think it's a long way from the South, but when people in the South talk about LA, we're not talking about Los Angeles. When I say I went to LA, I mean Lower Alabama. We were down around Gulf Shores. And on the way back from Lower Alabama, LA, we stopped by a place called The Deep. And it was in Huntsville, Alabama. And I picked up these books. I found 2 out of 3 of them there. Never seen them for my life. I've collected Golden Key for as long as I can remember. And picked up these 2 books and was amazed by them and started looking into it and found out there's only 3 in the series. And I thought, well, I'll just get 2 off eBay. And there wasn't no 2 on eBay. And I started looking and there wasn't no 1 on eBay. And I started looking and there wasn't no 3 on eBay. So then I went to Comic Shop and there was none on Comic Shop. So I started asking all my dealer friends and found out that they're pretty rare. And right now there is 2 number 3s on eBay. And 1 number 1 and 0 number 2s. And if you do find them, they're usually wanting $50 to $100 a piece for these books. So what I'm talking about is Walt Disney's Scarecrow. You know, I like them because they're Golden Key. But when you think of Walt Disney, you don't think about a dude going around murdering redcoats in a Scarecrow uniform. Dr. Sin is his name. And he's shooting pistols. He's got pistols blazing on the cover of a Walt Disney magazine. And I said magazine because they're like magazine size. They're bigger than your normal Golden Key comics. But here's where I got it from my happy birthday, 44 years old, me and my daughter. My daughter seemed to leave off my wife and my son because I guess she's just jealous and it's just me and her on the trip. But anyway, this is Walt Disney's The Scarecrow. And the cool thing about these is, here's number 2. I had to get this one off eBay. They're cool comics. This dude is pretty brutal for a Walt Disney book. And I guess I'll show you. The cool thing about these books that I really like is the back of them. Here's the front. The back of everyone is like a virgin dress of the front. These are really cool. I never saw them before. This is number 2. Interior artwork is kind of crazy. It's pretty good for a Golden Key. See if I can find I'm sure there's no splash pages or nothing. And what it's based on is in 1964. This came out at the end of 64. This is 65. It was a Disney 3-part story that was turned into a television show in 63. And this is what the real television show looked like. And I don't think Disney wants anybody to really, they've got it hidden in their vault somewhere, and they're really not showing anybody this stuff anymore because they really don't trade them too well, I don't guess. But it's a cool book. It's a cool series. If you like Golden Key, it's probably some of the higher echelon Golden Keys you can find. And here is number 3. And they all have the virgin dress on the back. 3 of them's a complete story. And right now there is, like I said, I think there's 2 number 3s on eBay, no number 2s, and only 1 number 1. And Comic Shop has none of them. And if you look on the CGC census, which is weird, there's only 6 of these on the whole freaking census. There's only 4 of these on the whole freaking census. And there's only 4 of these on the whole freaking census. And part of that, I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, nobody cares about them because they're golden key. And, you know, maybe just nobody cares about getting them graded. But I can't find them anywhere. I can't even find them raw. So, I mean, I guess they didn't make many of them. Because, I mean, I see a lot of golden key, everything else. But I don't see many of these golden key. So, if you know anything about these, down in the comments. I'd enjoy hearing anything you know about this series. Help me out. I've talked to old dealers. Dealers tell me they're rare. That's all they tell me. That's all they know is, yeah, them are rare. I ain't seen them in a long time. I say. That's all I hear. But they don't really tell me nothing. So if you know anything about them, the first one came out in 64, late 64. The other two came out in 65, early 65. And it says he rides the marshes like a demon ghost, striking terror into the hearts of evil men throughout the land. And I wish Disney would bring this story back. I know they never will because it ain't, you know, in their wheelhouse these days. But I would love to see this brought back. It's about as spooky as Disney gets. And got a couple other books in the mail. Nothing big, but you know I'm doing my witching hour run, collecting 1 through 85, so I got another witching hour. This one's number 8. I needed it. Never really liked this cover much, but it's a Neal Adams cover. Just needed it for the run, so I picked up that number 8. And this cover I've always loved. This is a great book. Uncanny Tales from the Grave, number 3. It's a very underrated cover. If this thing was a cover from, you know, the good old days, from 50 to 54, you know, back during the cool stuff, the pre-code stuff, this would be a real big book. Because I love the cover, but nobody ever talks about this cover. Look at all these dudes coming out of the morgue. You got one coming out of here. You got one coming out of here. You got one coming out of here. You got one here. This dude's trapped in the morgue. And the zombies are coming to life. And I really like this cover. So, yeah. I feel like if this was a pre-code horror book, it would get a lot more attention. But the good part is, you can pick this thing up for $5 or $10 off eBay all day long. So this is, like I said, Uncanny Tales from the Grave, number 3, 20 center from Marvel. So get you some of that, pick you that up. And just like that, we're under 8 minutes. Hopefully I've shown you some books you've never seen before. I like to show books on here that are rare and unique, and goofy, kind of like me. If you like other stuff, you know, there's plenty of channels out there for, you know, moderns and variants and weekly pulls and all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to, you know, show stuff. I don't think there's ever been anybody, I've never seen a YouTube episode where anybody showed these Golden Key Scarecrow books. And that's the kind of stuff I like to show. And I think if I show what I like, then certainly there's somebody out there that likes the same kind of stuff I like. So if you're out there, just comment and click that button down below. If you see anything you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Until the next time, bye-bye, baby.